I can't wait to watch Better Call Saul. Mom here.
Storm here.
Kimmy here.
We are excited to get into this. I know most have seen this episode at least already, but here we are. And last part, I want to say, was devastating.
Poor Howard.
That was extremely shocking and such a tragedy.
Yeah,
It was.
He didn't deserve that at all.
He didn't deserve it. And,
No,
Jimmy and Kim's little hateful scheme against him incidentally got him killed.
Definitely.
He was in the right place at the wrong time.
That's sure, for sure.
And they did so many bad things to him, and they tried to make it or justify it in their head on why they're doing it. But now they're going to live with this for the rest of their lives, like that kind of guilt.
That's right.
Yeah.
And Howard, we were talking about that last time, where I'm worried that he's going to have this bad reputation now forever.
And
right.
it was just the opposite all along.
Definitely.
He was even, he knew, he went to their apartment to approach them. He knew their con.
And it
right.
sounds
He called him out
crazy.
because he was
right.
It was an ingenious plan they had to go against him, so the Sandpiper, deal would get, finished, the settlement would go a lot quicker, so they get their money. And he knew their entire con.
He confronted
They're
him.
so smart doing it, but he was so smart finding out.
Yeah, and he still looks crazy because no one believes him. Only they know because they did it. And everyone else thought he was crazy because it does. It sounds so insane the way that Kim and Saul, or Jimmy, but we say Saul now, but, went beyond to do all this to him. And now I'm afraid with him dying, what's going to happen? He just disappeared. They can't say he was murdered in their apartment.
It's going to be
he committed suicide or drug overdose or something.
And
That's
killed
not
himself.
true.
He shot.
Jeez. That's horrible.
It is. It's devastating.
Yeah.
It's just a devastating, sad story.
It is.
Rest in peace, Howard.
Yes, rest in peace.
Right.
And are you guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
We're ready.
All right. And we're going to be watching on AMC Plus today. 6:08. Not that I want to see right after, but I think we need to see that.
Put him far away. Because Albuquerque, there's not really much water.
I missed it.
So they made it look like he did it all with his. The apartment. Oh my God. Son of a bitch.
Jeez, that's horrible.
Son of a bitch.
Oh my God. He was sick.
So
you are sick.
I know.
Oh, jeez.
He's gonna make him.
So now,
it's going to kill him.
same principle as the gun. Let's call it an hour.
Holy crap.
Back here in an hour, or
Uh-oh. Kim's gonna get it. Oh my God.
Holy crap.
He's not good.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, I was trying to save your life.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God. Can you imagine, leaving Jimmy there and thinking you're never going to see him again?
Bastard.
Oh,
What's that bastard?
he sure is.
Oh, I hate this thing.
Whoa. I barely know Ignacio. Whatever he did alone. Not with me.
Oh, boy. Oh, look at that.
There's no way you're gonna get out of that.
To break the chair somehow. And Kim, she's not going to survive this. What's she going to do?
No.
She should run for it, but she's not going to leave Jimmy.
He puts the gun in the glove box once they.
Is he going to follow? Because he left.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
Holy crap! What do you do?
Maybe she was almost going to tell him.
Mm-hmm.
We know Gus doesn't die here, so
Right.
That's right.
does she die?
I know we don't
Yeah.
see her in Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
I don't have it up high because they probably have cameras. I know it's dark, but yeah.
They got surveillance 24 hours.
Oh. the build up. Oh, someone's in the
Looking
peephole. It's dark.
Still, and stay calm. You take a deep breath,
Tell him.
Shoot him.
No. He had to pull everybody to help him
That's right.
because he thought this was going to be the plan B.
It's just like so incredible
Look
on
at that
how
guy.
That's good.
prepared they are.
That's right.
Like fortress. But Lalo left.
Yeah,
So,
so where is
right.
it? Yeah.
Is he really going to
Maybe
walk
he
up to
knows
the
it
place?
foiled,
Oh,
and
my
now
God.
he's going to go.
Oh, just in time.
Oh, he
missed
just
it.
missed it.
Oh, my God.
Oh no.
Oh,
No pee breaks. Just strangle him with his tie.
yeah.
He allowed it.
We can use
He
him.
knows Lalo's.
This is so intense.
Yeah, it is.
Whew.
I'm actually like rooting for them.
I am too. Big time.
Yeah.
Come on,
Bad
guys.
versus bad.
He knows he's coming to his spot. Almost like Howard knew, Jimmy and Kim so well.
Lalo's sneaky. Yeah, he's just looks everywhere.
Funny, see, it's
Yeah,
not.
see, it's not
moving.
working.
Yeah.
Crap! Son of a bitch! We shut all his guys down. Okay. Doo-doo-doo.
Ho ho ho!
Oh boy.
It's actually probably better that he's laying on the ground.
Yeah. He goes, I have no story. I have no...
huh?
Tell him that he only gave her an hour.
Oh, he realizes it.
This is
It
crazy.
kept open. Oh,
Oh, look at that. Oh.
hey. Slither over
He's
my
still adjusting
gun.
his suit.
And Gus is dying to go downstairs to get that damn gun.
Wow.
Son of a
Did
bitch!
shoot him.
Oh, he did.
Oh, in the body armor.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, good shirt.
Oh, God.
Yeah, how dare you.
And blazer.
Bad time.
I tell you.
Esto está mucho mejor.
Coming
Lights.
along nicely.
Camera. Action.
He's distracted.
There's the gun.
He's distracted.
I hope so.
Yeah. So he's dying to get down
He's
there.
trying to
He's
get
just
down.
being very cool. Tired.
Look at his eyes.
Freaking
boy.
suit.
Just kidding.
Un segundo, Don.
This is too tense.
Que se podría hacer aquí, Don Hilario.
He's keeping him occupied so he can
Yeah.
grab that gun. I just hope
We're
Eso es todo lo que hizo.
it's right there. It's so close.
so far away.
Yeah. Wow.
See, he knows his spot.
Oh, he keeps cooking. He was
He
terrified.
did. I would never let
Being
go
that
of it, though.
paranoid paid
I-
off.
Yeah.
Finish him off with his own gun.
Look how bad we've become.
Keep the camera on and run. Maybe you should have put a freaking body armor on. He did have a nice smile, though.
Yeah, smile to the end.
That's right. Just rip it open, honey. It's all right.
It's right there. There's the bullet.
Is that from that shot, or was he shot somewhere else
Yeah.
in the dark? You just this isn't clean enough. You have to
Yeah.
super scrub this machine.
He's the professional.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh,
Ooh.
Good employee.
Just cross the border. Be here in 3 hours. You happy with the way things went down tonight? Because I'm not.
Yeah. He's like, yes, I could have been dead.
That's so sad.
Where is Kim? What's he bringing
She'll
back?
be over soon, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh,
Getting a new fridge
man, like
today.
a casket? Are you kidding
Yeah,
me?
and then this way it's.
Oh, jeez. Poor Howard.
Downstairs with the Jaguar. That plates it goes to the warehouse. Done. Set.
Really, this time he's not gonna.
Yeah, that's for sure. I don't think he will be.
There will be cocaine in the upholstery.
Oh, poor guy.
That's the story you were setting up for this guy, yeah? It's not. Good chance somebody noticed it. That means you are the last people to see him alive. Hey,
Hey, come on,
listen.
wake up.
Where do you need to be?
Office. In my office.
Nothing out of the ordinary. You cover. Anybody talks to you, it's just another day that ends in Y. That's all.
No choice.
This is their toll.
Oh, Kim. Come on, Kim.
Kimmy.
She said
Fix her.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, are they burying him right there?
Oh my God, they're
Don't
both
even-
just gonna be
don't-
buried there?
Yeah, don't put him together.
Oh, shit.
And that's where he takes his wedding ring.
I'm just ring,
Easy.
yeah. Easy.
Yeah, have respect for him.
Yeah.
This is so terrible. Like, this is...
Oh, jeez.
What an ending.
That
Oh,
broke
man.
my heart.
That sure
There's
did.
something can get any worse,
Poor
right?
Howard,
Oh, I
my
know.
God.
To bury him.
That was so sad.
That sure was.
Just to bury him with
Yeah,
his
God.
killer.
God, that was
You know,
horrible.
I'm happy, as disturbing and sad as that was, that it was in our face the whole time, that Howard was killed and he was innocent in all this,
Innocent, he
and
sure
he
was.
was tortured through all this, you know, through
Poor Howard.
Saul and Kim, and he was always in our face, his death, you know, like always seeing his actual face
Yes.
to the end.
Right.
You know,
and,
like-
yes.
We needed to see that, and it was just so hard to see him buried with his killer.
with
like
his
this.
killer,
That's
and not
terrible.
only if when we didn't see him, we saw how Kim was reacting through the whole thing. Like right now, Kim and Jimmy, like they have to live with this the rest of their
They sure
lives, and
do.
we know what happens to Jimmy. He turns full on Saul, but what's going to happen with Kim?
Kim, yeah, we
That's
don't
going
see
to
her.
be the big
Yeah.
question. What does she do?
They've been through a lot of
Oh, gosh.
like challenging things so far, but this has definitely been the worst. And
Definitely.
their faces when they handle pressure are usually similar, and this time Kim was so different. Like she truly hates herself.
Yes,
I
that's
feel like
how
she
I
really
felt.
does hate
That's
herself.
how
Yes.
she couldn't even look
No.
up.
That's
She
a good-
couldn't.
She's dead
She was
inside.
just-
She's like numb.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
And I don't blame them. Like they did care for Howard, and again, they justified what they did,
Yeah,
and they just
were
saw
just
it as
doing
fun
a
games.
mean, spiteful little prank on, and it was
To get
a
what
huge
they
prank
wanted, yeah, 'cause
just
they
to get the money.
rightfully thought that they
soon.
deserved that, yeah.
Yeah, and he
And-
knew. He's like, they're childish. Jimmy
That's
is
right, yes.
childish. He wants his money now. He
Yeah,
can't wait.
and they kept saying too, "Oh, he'll come back from this. He's so
Yeah.
successful and
Oh,
smart.
he'll be
like he'll
fine.
bounce
This is
back,
just
no
a blemish.
problem."
that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, and now look what happened.
Yeah,
Like
look
it,
at how it turned out.
I didn't mean a bad pun like that, but it really
No,
buried
yeah,
that's
him. Like it really, like
Thank you.
not only death. Okay, like holy crap, he just got killed by Lalo because of your screw up, and he came back.
Yeah.
And he was there, wrong place, wrong time, because he was drunk and very upset at them and calling them out on it. And then Lalo perfectly shows up then and kills him. And it goes beyond that, where, like he gets buried with Lalo at the end, and
Yeah.
they have to have this cover story, and
That's
they
horrible.
have to
Cover
live
story?
with their mistake. And I know at this point they wouldn't want to do that to Howard, and maybe even come out with the truth at this point because they feel so guilty, but they have no choice now but to
Right,
keep the
and
lie
I think
going.
Kim was
True.
actually contemplating doing it en route to Gus's with the cops right next to
That's
her.
right,
Yeah.
She almost said, "Hey, this guy just killed, a colleague of mine in my apartment. My husband is there." It almost felt like she was
Well, yeah,
going
because
to
she
give
put
it
the
up.
window
Yep.
down, too.
And
Yeah,
then
she
she
was
said,
really-
"Nope, I'm just going to keep going."
It was
Exactly.
good to see that scene too, to go through, and have
What she
that
was
chance. Like,
thinking.
of all
Right.
things, a cop is pulled, two cops are pulled right next to her,
Yes.
and she had a chance. But if she did that, Saul would have died. It would be messy. It would be absolutely messy. I mean, they would have showed up. Lalo wouldn't have been there.
Mm-hmm.
And
Right.
then they would have been called out. Lalo would be on the loose, and he could have killed Gus. It could have ended up differently. I don't know. But Lalo would be free, and they'd have to. But then Howard at least would have, been seen to be murdered, and
Right,
maybe
right,
they
and
cleared
not
his name or something.
what everyone's going to think. Everyone's going to
right.
think he killed himself.
Yes.
Yeah,
And that's just a horrible way to go, and now his wife, he was estranged from his wife,
Yeah.
pretty much. It's just a horrible thing for Howard. I just hate
Yeah.
seeing
Poor
everyone
Howard.
perceive his death as, it was self-inflicted.
yeah.
It's just
And
terrible.
this was well told too, because we're
perfect.
supposed to feel like that, and I just feel so
It's
sick to my
horrible,
stomach
yeah.
that forever he's going to be known for this lie.
Yeah.
And he was so successful, and he was a hard worker. He was really good with people, and he
Yes, he
tried to
sure
work
was.
with people. He tried to work with Saul or Jimmy at the time. He tried, to help where he could. He did
right,
feel
that's
bad.
right, yeah.
But yeah, and Jimmy was just very upset with him and just kept pushing him away and messing with him. Yeah, just
And-
terrible.
And
The
And
whole thing
even
was
with
awful.
Lalo thinking that Jimmy had something to do with what Nacho was doing with Gus, that's a misinterpretation as well. So he thinks Jimmy knows all about it, and Jimmy didn't know,
He didn't know,
the
that's right.
elaborate. So the whole thing, he just assumed that Jimmy knew.
And he did
And-
lie, like
Yeah.
him
He
and
did
Kim
lie, but
by- about the car and getting attacked in the
Right.
desert.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it doesn't matter to Lalo. Like
No.
he is a monster. And look at even innocent people that really care about him, even his neighbors. Like he has a backup plan for everything to survive,
He's
and
got
he
a
does
plan
not
B,
give a
that's
crap
right.
about other people. So. Yeah, it was just either way he was gonna do something there.
Yeah.
He's trying to get payback in any way. So any kind of inkling of you had a connection there. I don't care like if you're telling the truth or not, but I'm
Right.
gonna torture you.
Exactly. And guess what? Gus had a plan B, and
Yeah,
it
he
came
sure
back to
did,
bite
yeah.
him.
Yeah.
And
So-
what a plan B, boy!
I had no clue
Wow.
how that was going to go down, and we did see Breaking Bad, as you know, on our channel. If you haven't checked it out already, but we were all blind to that as
Yeah,
well.
and you know
right.
Gus isn't going to die, but you're
That's right.
still like, oh my God, what's going to happen?
I know, I
You're
still
still
get
intense.
tense, and I'm like, he's going to get shot somewhere, and we know he had the vest on, but I'm like, he's going to get shot in the
Yes.
arm, or start to dangerously bleed out, but survive the last moments. But how
Wow.
amazing was that at the end, where that one gun he planted down there,
Yes,
with how
okay.
paranoid he is, and we saw that early
Yes.
on, and it came in handy. And
It sure
even like
did.
doing the plug thing, we're like, well, why does he have to disarm
Yes,
that a little
and that
bit?
was because he was thinking of the scenario, how it was going to go down, and he was spot on.
And how
He
great.
was
Something
Lalo.
he knows.
Yeah, and how he played that out too, where he was pacing back and forth, because immediately with all of us watching, I'm sure we were thinking, okay, he's going to walk left and go right for the cable, but no, he can't leave that on, so he has to pace back and forth, back and forth, back and forth until the right moment.
Right, and
Yeah,
how
so
perfect
good.
was it to start talking and just monologuing
Yeah.
until
But he kept doing it, even when he was finished with the first
Yes.
monologue. He's like, "Are you finished?" And he's like, "No," to make it even more drawn out.
That's right.
And it was really well done.
That's
but Gus
good.
is very particular in a lot of things, even dusting off his shirt and adjusting his
Oh,
jacket.
that's right, everything
You know, he
has
was
to-
adjusting his suit like that.
Yes, he has
Um,
to be in control of what
yes.
he can be in
That's right.
control.
Everything has
Yeah.
to be just so.
And it's just so amazing how you look at Gus and Lalo. He was just like with Howard and Jimmy and Kim, I mean, he knew his opponent. He knew his opponent so well, and just like Howard knew his opponent. He knew, and he called him out on it. And it's just fantastic that Lalo went down like that. I just love it.
Even laughing or smiling at the end, he can't help himself.
He had to have his last smile.
Yeah, they're very strong that way, because even Gus looking at the gun, he's looking down a barrel of a gun right point blank in his face, and he's not even flinching. So these guys, they own who they are.
Yeah.
And they will not cower, and they're going to be themselves to the last moment. And here, Lalo's just laughing, probably thinking ironic that like he got so close to killing Gus and died
He
in his
was, and
secret place.
and
secret
how
lab.
smart was Gus to just insult Don like that and just do it in the camera, and
that's right.
Lalo's just absorbed with it.
Yeah,
He's
he
like,
knew
this
exactly
is
what
great
to say.
footage. This is great footage.
Yeah.
And little did he know he had a backup plan.
And what a
Sure
risk.
did,
I mean, it
wow.
worked out for Gus, but like, you don't know when you're going to really get shot. Luckily, Lalo's saying, oh, yeah, I want to give you the nickel tour, Don, so let's go down
right,
here.
right,
And
yeah.
he keeps monologuing himself or narrating himself what he's going to do. And he goes, okay, you have like 1 minute left, And he's like, okay, so then I have some time to really talk. But still all the way to the last second. So well-paced, very scary.
that's very
And
tense.
Lalo is gone. And
Whoa.
how not even fitting, that is like so sad that he and Howard are buried together.
I didn't like that. And Mike didn't like it either.
No, he
but
didn't.
it had
He
to go down like
disrespected
that.
Howard, yeah.
Definitely.
I kind of wish
Or
if
felt
they
bad for
were
him, at
going
least.
to stage Howard's death that they didn't have to put in the whole cocaine thing. But
Yeah.
that's the only way Jimmy and Kim were going to be, the clean slate, because they were trying to tell that story all along.
Yeah,
He had to continue with the lie that they started.
To keep them alive. Yeah, 'cause-
Exactly.
Yeah.
And not get them in trouble at all. So he had to do that, the cocaine in the car just for Kimmy and Jim.
Yeah, and I really thought that Gus was going to be like, I mean, he had bigger fish to fry, but I thought he was going to be like, yeah, Kim, we need to cut ties, or she needs to go because like she's been to my house now, and I thought there was going to be something there, but luckily Mike is working for him, and
Right.
he probably talked to Gus a bit and was like, okay, well, this is how it's going to go down. And
Yeah,
you have to keep
it's
telling this
dark.
lie
No
to
one
make
else
it work.
saw in the neighborhood.
That's right.
It was quiet.
Mhm.
Everything was.
Oh,
no one was
my
shot.
God.
There. So it was still nice and quiet.
Yeah, and I mentioned that Kim actually picked up the pistol. Like, I know she had it with her,
Mhm.
but I thought at the door she was going to say, listen, I don't know why Lalo sent me here, but I thought she was just going to confess to them, not actually pull the gun out. But luckily
Yeah.
they were ready, as we know that they would be. But
Right,
still,
the
like,
cameras,
Oh,
thank
yes.
God.
yeah, and it's late,
Right.
so
Yeah.
it is kind of, who's this coming so late at night,
Yeah,
so
right.
we don't know. Or Mike knew, but you know what I mean. And, but she did pull out the gun, and luckily they reacted really
That's right.
fast, and,
And Kim's never seen Gus before. She was pointing to the
Thank
other
goodness.
guy that
The
was
other guy
the stunt
first,
double,
yeah.
or whatever you call him, the double guy. I mean, she didn't know. She
Yeah.
had no
Yeah.
clue.
yeah, she just went by
So,
description,
how
yeah.
innocent. And she never even touched a gun before. She said,
Oh,
I
my
mean,
God, it's
wow,
scary. Wow.
what pressure she
Ooh.
had.
I mean, they really love each other, and I love that about, Jimmy and Kim, but I don't want to say but they get into the same wrongdoings too
Yeah,
much. That
that's
they
right,
get too
too much,
obsessed with
yeah.
that because
Yes.
they feed off each other so much. But I do love their love together, and the fact that Jimmy was going to sacrifice himself. He thought he was going to die there.
Yeah,
He didn't
yeah.
want to leave Kimmy there with Lalo, this murderer who just murdered their friend. Who knows what else he would do to her once he left. I mean, he
Right.
could rape her. I would have all these
No,
crazy
yeah.
thoughts that,
Right.
he's willing to kill. Why not get something else out of it while you're there? Who knows?
I know.
That's what
Yeah,
would terrify me.
his
So, like him sending Kim out, and even though what's the better option? You have to go out and murder someone. You might not come back if you try to shoot, and then their guns are going to be blazing, It's always a risk, but just to get her out of there, he was hoping that she would just take off and not do that. Just take off, go to the police or something and be protected, and they wouldn't see each other again. So many moments in this were just so intense, and you just felt every moment
Oh, wow.
of their
And-
decision.
Oh, my God.
It's true, and Lalo knew that she wasn't going to kill him because he knows how much surveillance there is around the house. That's probably what the deal was and why he went to the factory because he knew that it wasn't going to go down, and he wanted to really do it himself.
Yeah.
Catch him off. Catch him on a surprise.
Catch him off guard.
Yeah, catch him off guard, and he thought he would have the upper hand the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah, I know he had
That's
it very well
interesting.
planned out.
He did.
And it shows you again that Lalo does not give a crap about other people. Like, he knew that Kim was going to probably die. Screw it, send her, I don't care.
Yeah.
And knew that he would end up there. So it was pretty incredible to see that. Very good episode. I'm so sad about Howard.
I know, especially transporting him out of there. That was genius.
Refrigerator.
Use the refrigerator.
Oh, that was,
I guess
Somebody
they're
stuffed
going to
in.
have stainless steel.
yeah.
I know.
This is going to break Kim and Jimmy.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
this is gonna break their relationship.
Yeah.
I don't think.
I mean, Kim might go through a lot of depression and kill herself, because the only reason why I'm saying bad things like that is because we know in Breaking Bad she's not in there. I know her character was created in Better Call Saul, but still, like, what happened to her?
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if she just leaves or something else.
She might just take off. I don't know. I don't know. It's
sad to see Jimmy so in love, and he really had a good
but they're so
relationship.
bad together. They're good,
Yes,
but they're very bad together. When
Yeah.
they're together, I mean, look what they did with
All those bad
Howard.
things.
That was just
That's right.
that whole scheme too, with the settlement, and the former judge going. I mean,
Oh my God.
and the kids, with the camera crew. I mean, that was just so well thought out, and to see it, come to this light, it's just a sad
It is
day.
sad.
Yeah, it's mind blowing to be honest. Like, to go that far and continue doing it,
to
like,
be,
it's well thought through, and it's not like you're
My God.
regretting it halfway through. Like, you still push forward and just do it. So that says a lot about somebody,
Oh, boy.
But very good episode,
Yes,
very
good.
good show. I can't
Very
wait to see the
nice.
next
Very
episode.
tense, yeah.
As devastating as this was a very good episode.
Oh, that was.
All
Very
the
good.
feelings. But please leave your thoughts
Very
below, because I'm
emotional.
very curious. We always love to hear what you guys have to say about what you thought.
Oh,
And until
wow.
next time, guys. So thank you so much for
Wow.
watching, and we'll see you very soon as always. Bye, guys.
Bye.